Hey, what's up, guys? Let me get my little set up here so you guys can check me out. I tried to broadcast earlier and I wasn't monitoring my feed, and everybody said the audio was off. So I brought out my dad's phone. So here, let me move so I don't get hooked. I'm trying to do some late night fishing, guys, and I brought my dad's phone out so I could kind of monitor what's going on. Hope you guys are having a good night. Let me see here. Let me see if I can find this. See if I'm even live. Yeah, I'm live. I'm live right now. Don't forget, the Florida lockdown starts tonight at midnight. Make sure you're out and about. I've seen a lot of news reports, and with this Florida you out, they really don't need any probable cause to pull you over at all. They don't need any probable cause. They can pull you over anytime. Here, I wonder how it even sounds. Yeah, you can hear it. But so yeah. Please, if you want to hear my view, and I've been talking about this a lot on my podcast, and if you guys have not heard, I do a daily podcast called the Tuddle Daily Podcast. Yes, named after me. I'd like to let you guys know I'm doing this podcast, and if you guys can check it out, because like I tell my audience, for the people that are downloading my podcast, they're telling me it's great, but I'm trying to find news stories that aren't coronavirus related at this time, and it's absolutely one of the most difficult fucking things that I've ever had to do in my life. Um, and I've done show prep for a lot of syndicated shows, some of the biggest shows in Central Florida, and I'm good at show prep, and I can't find it. It's all coronavirus related, so I've kind of had to pivot and do coronavirus stuff, and I'm trying to make it interesting for you guys, hopefully inform you guys of what's going on. But if you want to check out the podcast, check it out. Just search the Tuddle Podcast. I'm located directly on the website. My hosting website that I use to upload my podcast is Tuddle.podomatic, Podo Matic, Matic. That's Tuddle. Get out. I'm available on iTunes, Spotify, and the iHeartRadio app. Yes, I've worked with Clear Channel, which is now iHeartRadio, on several occasions, and now I'm back with them. I'm technically on iHeartRadio. I'm not getting paid, but I'm doing pretty well with the podcast. I've got quite a few followers right now, and I'm growing every single day on my podcast by at least 5 new subscribers a day. And my daily listens are going up a lot, maybe about 50 a day. So I don't even know how that's possible. What's up, Marusk? What's up, Robert? How are you? McDave, what's up, McDave? Hope you guys are well, man. I miss all you guys. I still listen to Bubba every once in a while. He's got a great lineup going on right now. I think him and Seth mesh really, really well. The thing about Seth, I never worked on the same show as Seth, but I worked at Cox Communications when back when he was not even on the Bone. He was still on 97X, and Michael Sharkey, who was our program director for the Bone when I worked there, he was like, hey, I like Seth. Seth's a great producer. He knows great content. He doesn't say a lot on the air, but when he says it, it's either funny or it drives the conversation to other topics. And Seth is a great co-host. I think he's awesome. So it's a great lineup. I'm glad him and Bubba Why did Bubba stop posting the shows to YouTube? I don't have any inside information, but if I had to guess why they're not doing the daily podcast on Bubba's show anymore, is because By Boy no longer works at the BRN, and By Boy was the one that was doing all the video editing. So that's probably most likely why you're not getting the YouTube daily podcast anymore. If you guys are watching right now and you're on any of your social media, do me a favor. Even if you have to get out of the chat room for a little bit, go on your social media and share this link. Tell people to join. The great thing about these live streams that I do is that they get posted up eventually, and they'll get a lot of views then, because it's kind of late right now. I don't know why By Boy got let go. I don't know if they're having money problems or Bubba was disappointed with his work production. I have no idea. But yeah, please share it, because I need all the help that I can get from you guys, because I'm not on the radio anymore. And I would be so greatly appreciated so much if you guys could share my stuff. Hey, what's up, Elizabeth? How are you? Sorry I missed your call yesterday. Kind of busy yesterday. I was doing a lot of stuff, getting prepared for this lockdown. I've been pretty good. I've only been going out maybe 1 or 2 days a week. I will admit it's really sucked to be out of work, but I'm kind of fortunate right now, because I don't give out I don't charge people for my content or my podcast. But I ask people to donate. If you want to donate, I know times are tough work, but if you would like to donate to the cause and help me out, I don't even care if it's $1. If you could donate $1, if you want to do that, I don't care any amount. I write everybody back and personally thank them, but you can go to my PayPal account, paypal.me/Tuddle on the radio. That's paypal.me/Tuddle on the radio. If you don't want to give anything, that's fine, but all my content's free. All my stuff on YouTube, all my stuff with my podcast, it's going to be free content. But if you would like to help out, you can do that by going to my PayPal account. But back to my thing, I digress. I'm kind of glad that I'm not working, because I had a few people fishing in Florida. They closed all the boat ramps. Well, I don't need a boat, and I'm at the seawall where we fish at, so I don't think that would give me any problem. But I got to tell you, there is ton. I've not seen this many shrimpers out on the water in a couple of weeks, so I don't know what's going on. I did hear something about that FWC thing, but back to my original thought, I'm kind of glad that I'm not working right now. I did have a few offers that were going to start in a couple of weeks, and then this whole pandemic started, and they're cutting back on radio ads right now, and a lot of people aren't hiring, or they're in a hiring freeze right now. But I'm glad that I'm off, because I'm able to help my parents out. Both of my parents have underlying health conditions. My mom beat cancer a couple years ago, but her immune system is still shit right now from all the chemo that she was under. And my dad has diabetes, and what I've read in reports in a couple of different news sources is that diabetes is the worst condition you want to have when it comes to if you catch the coronavirus. So I'm glad that I'm here to able to help them out. My parents have not left the house in 26 days. I limit my time going out to the stores to 1 or 2 times a week, and when I do go out, I wear a mask. I don't touch my face. People wear the plastic gloves, and I don't think that does any good, because you're still getting bacteria on those gloves. But when I do go to the store, when I bring those items back, I have a table outside, and I got a piece of duct tape going down the middle. On the right side, I put all the stuff on the right side that I bring in, and I disinfect everything with Lysol and sanitizer wipes, and I move it over to the left side. And then after I get done with all that, I leave it out, let it air out before I bring it in. I know that I'm probably playing it a little bit too safe when it comes to this, but you know how shitty I would feel if, hey, what's up, David Rivera? How are you? Hope you're well, man. Thanks for always supporting me. It's greatly appreciated. But I would feel like crap. I'd never forgive myself if I brought in something and my parents got sick and ended up dying from it. So, yeah, you still need to wash your hands, Robert. You definitely need to still wash your hands. Um, but back to what I was saying is that I think, no, I'm not frozen up. Um, but I'm just being very careful and taking things seriously. I think there is a happy medium when it comes to this whole pandemic where some people are taking it a little too serious. I think some people aren't taking it enough seriously. Yeah, Daniel, I'm glad I'm not the only one, Daniel. That's how I do it. I'm not taking any chances. You know, the thing with this pandemic is if no, I'm not depressed at all. The reason I'm a little bit down, I'm still not drinking, guys, and I'm off all the psychotropic drugs. But I have partaken in some weed every once in a while. What's up, Buzzy? I'll start calling you Buzzy. But so I'm on the marijuana, which I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's way better than the drinking. I was absolutely killing myself with the amount of drinking. Being on the psychotropic drugs, they were completely bad for me. Did not interact well with the drugs in general, but the alcohol was just basically, fucking me over when it came to that. So I'm down to almost below once. I was kind of curious about, um, uh-oh, kind of buffering here. Yeah, I'm back now. I was curious to see how much weight I could lose. And when I first started, stopped drinking, I was 198 and I'm at 172 now. Here, I'll give you a little bit of a preview. I still got a little bit, but I'm, here, I'll give you a little bit of a sigh. I got a little bit of a pouch here, but I've lost some weight. Um, I hope to get better. So you can see, yeah, God, I do look skinny as fuck in that video. But I'm very proud of, yeah, weed is definitely better for you. It's natural, it comes out of ground. It's great. I love it. But no, I'm doing really good. Yeah, showing flex. I've been working out. I've been working out and eating healthy, no longer drinking. So I'm really happy with myself. Like I've been telling people on my podcast, you can search my podcast, search the Tuddle podcast, available on iTunes, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. But personally, this is the best that I've ever been in my whole entire life. I'm healthy. I'm not drinking. I'm off all the psychotropic drugs. Yeah, the marijuana is organic. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely organic. But this is I'm kind of down when it comes to my broadcasting career. I'll be back. I'm a fighter, and I will get back. But I'm doing the podcast right now to keep my name out there and help me be creative. And I feel like radio people. I know I hate to compare radio people to athletes, but athletes have to train, and if they take any time off, they get bad at their craft. And this podcast is helping me exercise my mind as well as being creative and getting all that creative energy out. So this podcast is great, and it's growing every single day, and I'm making a few bucks every single day to help me out. So I'm saving money, and I'm doing well, guys. I miss you guys, and I'm gonna have to start fishing soon because I'm seeing the trout, and allergies are bad. I don't know about you guys, but this is the worst time in the world to have allergies because you go to the store and if you're sniffling or anything like that. Yeah, radio liking video. Yeah, I'll give you a call tomorrow, Elizabeth. But I even lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah, the allergies. Yeah, they've been horrible. I walked out, and it even rained the other night, and then the next day I came out, and there was pollen all over the place. Food Nation. um, but back to what I was saying. I miss you guys. I'll be back on the air somewhere. It's kind of frustrating, and I don't want to anybody to think I'm like trashing Bubba or not. Like, I've been cool. There's been previous times where I've worked with Bubba and then I've left and I've done nothing but completely dog him and talk shit, and I haven't done that this time. Back when I was a real asshole and a dick every time I left, and when I was an asshole, for some reason he would call me back. He would call me back and want me to come back. But now that I've been playing it cool and being supportive, um, he's completely ghosted me, man. And I know Bubba's a busy guy and completely understand. But I've called him a couple of times. I've emailed. I texted. Like, I'll give you an example. I wasn't even calling to talk work with Bubba at this time. But I called to remind him because, you know, Tyler, his son, he iRaced all the time. And when I would hang out with Bubba, he would iRace. And I saw that the NASCAR guys were iRacing. And I was like, oh, I got to text Bubba because he'd be cool to see us, because the NASCAR guys are iRacing now because they can't iRace for real and have crowds out there. Didn't get anything back. Absolutely nothing. And, you know, like I said, I know he's busy. But back to what I was saying is that, you know, just at least a text or something. I did get one tweet from him. He replied to one of my tweets, so I got to correct myself on that. But that's the only contact I've had with him since the day he fired me over text. So I don't know. I'm just being cool, and I'm always going to be cool no matter what. Even if he never texts me back, I'm always still going to be cool. But I don't know. It's just a little frustrating. That's all. It's just very frustrating. But I'm going to do a little bit of fishing. I don't know if you guys want to watch me. Do you guys comment down here if you guys want to watch me? I'm just going to fish. I might not be talking to you guys that much. What? I basically saying Bubba, he's hot and cold. I don't know. I know Bubba pretty well. But if you guys want to just watch me fish a little bit, I'm okay with that because I see the trout and the snook are hitting the top of the water right now, and I see a lot of the shrimp. So, but I appreciate it. I mean, we're keeping a steady, constant 10. I know that's not anything to what like Bubba gets or when Lummox goes out and does the goat report. I'm cleaning a shed. I'm in for staring at water. All right, well, I was going to do a little bit of fishing. I'll stay in there. I should cook with you sometime. Yeah, I mean, still see me. So, I've been, found a good setup here for them to be, or for the snook and the trout to be biting on. I've been using this little bit of a spinner bait here. Let me see if you can see it in the camera. It is a DOA shrimp, but you can see it has a little spinner bait on it. And then I ended up catching 2 snook and 2 trout last night with that. I'm not gonna catch a manatee. No, I'm not gonna catch a manatee. Let me see if you guys can see me right here. See if I'm still in the frame. It's a pretty nice night out. Yeah, you can still see me. My camera's lagging a little bit though. See if I can get anything here. Now, see, because I've had pretty good luck, and now that I'm fishing on camera, I probably won't get anything. We'll see here. I'll cast out a little bit. I won't keep it for too long, guys. The tide has changed the current. It's going north now here in the Indian River. Drag set fine. Had my drag loose the other night, and I got fooled by a big ass snook. See if I can get some bites here. Now that I'm fishing, I'm not going to get any bites. They're biting down there though. I can see them hitting the water just south of me. I would move, but I don't have a cameraman. So. that my DOA's gotten messed up. Been having a problem with the fish pulling the shrimp off or getting it off the hook a little bit. No, still good. Still real good. Let me get out for a little bit. Water's been dirty the last couple weeks, and it's kind of cleared up. Had a real big algae bloom, or not algae, but it was mostly seaweed. Every time you'd cast out, you'd bring back a hook full of seaweed, and it was impossible to fish. Yeah, I do use the light. You like to eat snapper? Good one, Buzzy. See, I got it right that time, Buzzy. Yeah, before I go, I'll show you all the shrimpers that are out in the water. I had a bite. See, I want to catch one. I've never caught a fish on a live stream, and everybody's asked, do you ever catch anything? I catch shit all the time. I catch a lot of fish, but I just never catch it when I'm live streaming. I feel one coming, man, because I'm getting some bites. They're nibbling. They're just not taking it. I don't think the snook or the trout are out right now. See if my stuff is still on here. Yep, I'm good. Coming back to see what you guys are up to. Yeah, it sounds like a fish story. Yeah, I got this fishing shirt. Florida Fishing Radio. My friend Boudreaux that used to be on the Monsters in the Morning. He has a fishing show, and they sent me a lot of like apparel and tackle, so I appreciate that. Damn, I'm on 5 people now. I'm gonna keep fishing a little bit. Let's see. I got hung up. Thanks, yep. Got hung up. Kind of bite, man. I just made a fool of myself. There's a lot of rocks out there. Let me get down here. Here, guys, I have to go out of camera view. Here, I told you I'd show it, but let me see here. See, these are all the shrimpers. There's a lot of them out, lots of them. All right, guys, hold on, let me turn the camera around. All right, guys, have a good one. Make sure you check out my podcast, search the Tuddle Podcast. It's on iTunes, Spotify, and iHeartRadio app. If you want to go to the direct site, it is Tuddle with 2 Ds, TUDDLE.podomatic.com. Thanks, Buzzy. I appreciate it.